Did you know that there are 2.5 billion text messages sent every day in the United States? That's roughly 8 text messages sent per person, and that's not even including the people who do not even own a cellular phone. Text messaging has become a very popular form of communication in our society without the use of the internet or face-to-face conversations. Today I am going to discuss with you how text messaging became so popular in our society and among our youth and teenagers. Even if you have never used text messaging for yourself, I'm sure you know of somebody who uses this form of communication. I, for one, am the type of person that uses text messaging as my primary form of communication. I text at least 150 text messages a day, and that doesn't even include the messages that I receive from my friends and family. During my short overview of how text messaging became so popular, I am first going to discuss the beginnings of text messaging, second, the impact of text messaging on teenagers and youth, and third, the future of text messaging. First, let's discuss how text messaging became how it is today. Neil Papworth, who was a 22-year-old test engineer for a group called SEMA, takes the gold in accomplishing the first sent SMS message used by a desktop computer to the Vodafone network of his friend Richard Jarvis. This first SMS message dates all the way back to December of 1992. SMS messaging, or the more common name of text messaging, is a form of communication that allows people to communicate without the use of speaking, but with the use of writing out words for the intention of reading and responding to these words. Text messaging is a very popular way to communicate, and not only is it used as a recreational activity, but people may prefer this communication style because voice communication may be unfavorable or not viable in certain situations. Text messaging in the business world have become very adaptable to communicating among employers and their employees. According to H.A. Brempel, with text messaging, employers are able to inform members of their staff of rush orders, emergency meetings just planned, or a surprise audit entering the building. It is also a great tool for business owners who employ the hearing impaired, and it's an efficient method for communication with hearing impaired employees. Next, let's discuss the impact that text messaging has on teenagers and youth. Although text messaging is a resourceful way of communicating among others, the impact it has on our teenagers is phenomenal. The impact that it has on teenagers can be both a positive one and a negative one. Text messaging offers teenagers the option of using this technology as a way to communicate with friends, and as well gives them the option of using it to interact with school officials, such as their teachers. Such as their teachers to receive help on assignments or quick questions about the upcoming class. The negative impact is much greater than the positive impact. Text messaging is a very effective way of communicating, but as well, text messaging can be very dangerous. Many teenagers are using this form of communication while driving in their car with the radio blasting and not paying much attention while driving in their car to the people around them. According to Louisa Burgess, text messaging while driving a car is even more dangerous than talking on the cell phone. Teenagers believe that they are invincible and nothing bad will ever happen to them, but the truth of the matter is, we are not indestructible. Another negative impact of text messaging among teenagers is they misinterpret the English language into shorter, more convenient phrases for themselves, when in fact they are being misguided by the misspelling of words they use in some words that may not even exist. While text messaging can have a positive impact on teenagers, it can as well affect their way of learning and understanding of words, sentences, and grammar. Lastly, let's talk about text messaging in the future. Text messaging holds so much potential for the future that sometimes it is hard to come by when we think about it. Not only is text messaging one of the most popular ways to communicate to one another, but it is slowly but surely evolving into a new and effective way of receiving instant information, sending money, saving money, and even making money. Text messaging will become one of the most used ways of contacting people and sending and receiving information in schools, the business world, and marketing. In the business world, employers are using mail, radio, TV, and email to promote specials for their businesses, but it seems to not be working as well as it did in the past. The new marketing craze is text messaging and is beginning to see a new light. According to smartphonemag.com, mobile marketing is far more effective than online marketing. The consumer requests and receives the message, and they can act on it immediately. Text messaging is a dominant way to target consumers on the go because it travels where the customer travels. Today I have shown you many aspects of communication style of text messaging. We have discussed a little of the history of text messaging all the way back to the first text message ever sent. I have talked with you about the impact of text messaging on teenagers, and I have talked with you about the future that text messaging holds in our business and marketing world. So the next time you experience text messaging, do yourself a favor and take advantage of it, because it's a piece of history in the making that may even become one of the most important forms of communication in the near future. Thank you.